Good morning. Welcome to another video. Alarm went off at 4 a.m. I got some work done, heading up to fish in the morning, coaching after that. I'm back on a familiar river. If you missed the last episode, episode 8, I was on a high country small stream I've never shown you guys before. Caught some decent sized trout for a river that size. But we're back on a familiar river. We're going to hopefully get it done with leeches. RS2s, mole flies is going to be the play today. It is officially May of 2025. Going to be up in the 50s up here, 60s down in town. A cold front just came through yesterday. We'll see how that impacts the fishing. I think we ought to get into some, hopefully some nice size ones we've shown you before from here. So let's go fish. Thanks for watching. Fish on. Fish on 5 minutes in. We'll take it. I think I can just hand strip this guy in. It's tiny, but we'll net it because it's the first fish of the day. And it took the mole fly. All right. There we go. The mole fly right there in the side of the mouth. So we'll be quick about this one, but running the leech above the mole fly. See you, buddy. He'll be no worse for the wear. All right, so that's a really good start. So I forget to mint here, but a little bobo, 5 minutes in, and we're after one of the big ones in here. That's the goal today. Is, well, you guys know me, I love all fish equally, but we're after at least one of the big ones today, and a bunch of the small ones if we can, but everything's just perfect. Everything looks amazing here right now. This river actually can go up and go down. It's not subject to the same kind of runoff dynamics, and I hope we can show you guys one of the nice ones out of here. Fish on, little guy. Come on, buddy. I'm not even gonna net this one because the rainbows are spawning, and I mean the rainbows are spawning right now, so we're gonna be really careful with the bobos. If he comes off, that's fine, but there's the mole fly again, right there in the mouth. Pretty little rainbow. I was holding a fish just like this the other day, and the eggs were spilling out, so you got to be careful. I wasn't fishing the reds, but it happens. So we're going to be real quick and easy with the rainbows today. All right, two fish in the first 7 minutes. We'll take that. And you know the larger ones are in here, and we're hoping one of those, at least one of those, plays the game today. The nicer ones out of here have been really beat up. They've had some fin rot and white spots, and they haven't looked too terribly healthy. I've only caught one that looked really healthy. That was that kind of 18 to 20 inch range. So it's kind of interesting to inspect them and analyze them. They haven't really looked that great, but hopefully we get one to show you. But it's absolutely beautiful here right now. So again, the really the natural, colors and the very lifelike patterns have worked the best. RS2s and mole flies and things like olive and brown. That's what's worked the best, and leading the whole rig with the leech has done well too. And the leech has gotten bit, but the leech also, I think, draws their attention to your smaller flies. But it's been interesting. Beads and flashier colors and things like eggs and worms have just not worked really for anybody up here. They just haven't. And a regular river that is about to experience runoff, I always use eggs and worms and bold colors and larger bugs and larger presentations, but that's just not worked here. So it's been all about kind of natural, really, really small flies if the leech hasn't been bit. But leading with the leech and then having those trailing smaller flies has worked awesome. Show you my rig real quick. Got the 9-foot 6-weight fly rod. There's the mole fly as the bottom fly, then a split shot, then the leech, and then the oros indicator, all on a 5X. So that's what we're fish on. Let's go. Maybe a little better. Nothing big, but decent. Also the mole fly. So 3 for 3 on the mole fly. Leech hasn't been touched, but the leech may have drawn him to it. It's a decent, a little bigger. Oh, he came off. That's okay. That was more like 12, 13 inches. So actually not bad on that one. That's going in the right direction. Fish on. We're continuing to go in the right direction. This is a decent one, I think. Mole fly again. What did I just catch? Oh my gosh. Catch a sucker? I actually don't know what this is. Mole fly in the mouth of a sucker creek chub. Can you guys help me out on this one? What did I catch? I do not know what this guy is. See you, pal. What kind of sucker fish was that? Was that a creek chub? I actually don't know. But I'm multi-species 20 minutes into today. Thought multi-species would be browns and rainbows, but now we're gonna go for the triple play, I guess, and try to get a brown to go with that. So that's kind of cool, actually. I knew it was a little bit bigger fish and it was fighting differently, but that's some kind of sucker or creek chub out of this river. So actually kind of cool in a way. I'll take it. It's a fish. Okay, so I've added a 3rd fly to my rig, because why not? So we're still leading with the leech. We still got the brown mole fly below that. That's now the middle fly, and we're dropping an RS2, trailing an RS2 on the very bottom. So I would guess we got a good shot here. And so far it's all mole fly, but I bet the next fish could be the RS2. We shall see. Fish, and I think our first one on the leech, it looks like, and that's why you use the leech. Big bold presentation. It's got the first fish today, so that's cool. Sometimes trout can't resist a big meal like that, and we'll net him even though he's small. Here we go. This small bobo took a pretty good sized leech, as you can see right there in the top of the mouth. See you, buddy. So that's kind of funny. Add the RS2 as a 3rd fly, and then the leech gets bit, because obviously adding the RS2 to the bottom didn't change the leech presentation at all. Didn't change the depth range of the leech or anything. I didn't move the indicator, so that's funny. So much for my prediction that the RS2 would get bit, but we'll take it. You see this foam line here, and I'm getting bit right in front of my feet. I'm getting bit in the foam line, and I'm getting bit on the far bank. It's all good water. Just got to be careful with your minnows. But it's all good water. You got the fastest current in the middle, and then slower right in front of me, and then slower on the far bank. So just kind of be careful with your minnows, but it's not too bad. There's one, Mike. Here's one. Here's one. Here's one. Yep, I got one. Oh, you see that? That was a good one. Fish. Little one, but I'll net this one because I've lost the last 2. I know the big one I lost was on the RS2. think the last one was also RS2. I think this guy's decent. No, he's not that big. But I'm gonna be really careful with this one. Come on, buddy. Yeah, it's a decent one.
Hey, buddy. Hi there. Are you taking Dad for a walk? Oh, Dad.
All right, yep, I got one of the good ones.
Hi, buddy. Hi, dear.
Let's go. Let me land this one, come on. Okay, no, not yet. I got one we're after, Mikey. I got one that we're after. It's a good one. But I haven't won the battle yet.
Did he take off yet, or is he just kind of slugging?
He's made one good surge.
When he sees you, he should. Oh, that's a big deal.
Yeah, RS2. I got him.
Oh, there we go. He's got rainbow.
That's what we're after. Oh, let's go. Let's go.
You and I were both wrong. They're still here.
Oh, yeah. RS2. RS2 right there.
RS2. Congratulations.
Thank you. Check them out.
What a beauty.
Yeah, pretty thick one.
You clean?
Yeah, he looks good.
That's good news. We'll have him until next year again.
He's clean. He's healthy.
I thought they were all going to die.
That's a good fish. See you, buddy. There we go. There we go. Fifth fish landed. Was the ones that we're after. That was our goal, just one of those today. And I was going to be completely happy if I caught a bunch of little ones. Heck, I'm happy if I don't catch anything. But I'm just happier with that kind of fish. So that's fun. After missing the two before that, including one good one, it was nice to get that one in with that RS2 right in the mouth. That was cool. That was a fun fight. Didn't have my drag set perfect, but I landed him. It was an awkward landing, but I got him. Let's go. All bobos today. So three small rainbows, that one very nice rainbow, and then that creek chub suckerfish. 5 landed, 3 missed. Definitely missed a nice one too, but that's okay. Fish trying to take me down river, but he's not gonna get anywhere because he's not that big. All right, this will be half a dozen. And leech. I'm not gonna net this one. If he comes off, that's fine. You guys can see the leech there in the mouth. All right, baby brother of the last one. I see you, buddy. Fish on. Another one on the leech. Let's go. Yeah, leech in the mouth. It's so awesome. Pretty colors on this one. See you, buddy. Fish. First brown of the day. We'll net him because he's our first brown trout of the day. There. The first brown of the day. See you, buddy. Decent one. Let's go. Kind of a medium-sized one here. Fish. Worst net job ever. You see that clumsy net job? Here's a gorgeous kind of medium. Call it medium-sized one for this river. It's a very pretty one. Cool catch on the RS2. Look at that guy. That's a good one. That is a solid one. See you, buddy. Fish. A brown? No, another rainbow. But we'll take them. Oh, it came off. That's okay. Wasn't even gonna net that one.
Is he on there?
Fish. A little better. A little better, Mike.
You can see that bend?
Yeah. Yeah, a little better. We'll be careful with this one. I think we got another. We got another brooder. Yeah.
Steve 2, fish 1.
Yeah.
Oh, it's so much fun to take your time with those bigger guys on.
Yeah, well.
That's what fishing's all about.
Yeah, this one's big enough to need to take a little time.
I like it.
This one's pinned. My drag's perfect.
What we come for?
Come on, buddy.
Oh, somebody just rose right here.
Huh?
Are you seeing anybody rising?
Yeah, there's a lot of bugs. We got a midge hatch. You know?
I can see bugs.
Yeah.
God damn, it's no fun being blind.
midges.
Legally blind.
Huh.
They have leech stacked all over the place on the south side.
Oh yeah, we've caught most of them.
I haven't done fly fishing in probably 10 years.
Well, it's the best fishing since you first started. Local say it's the best fishing they've seen in 20 years.
Fly
Big
fishing
and small.
stops and flooded out.
I don't like your look.
This one's.
Oh, he saw that net and got bit. Yo! Steve Williams is on fire today, folks.
That's a good fish. This guy revive. Good fish. Wow.
What did he take?
RS2. Yeah.
You can't miss. He takes him on everything.
Yeah, all three flies have been bit, that's for sure. But that's a good fish.
That is exactly what we're looking for. Oh! Oh, Steve! Right
Jumpers?
in front of you, one of the big ones came out.
Why do they do that?
Look at that.
Oh, the break the egg sac thing?
That's what the biologist said. The female is trying to break her egg sac because she's tired of carrying all those eggs around. She wants to dump them.
That's
the
a
one is in full swing.
that's a chunky bobo. Okay, so I moved up into this riffle area here, just some faster, skinnier water. Sometimes the fish will move into this when the day warms up like this, so there could be surprisingly big fish hanging out in pretty skinny water. So worth throwing right into these riffles here that you can see. You just never know. It's worked before. And these fish will move around. I mean, they'll move around. They'll go into shallower water as the day warms up, and they might be going from the lake back to here, or from here to the lake. I mean, they can move around. So I think that's why you can stay in one spot a lot and have it be pretty productive, because the fish are on the move, and nothing here seems to scare them. So see if we can pull one out of here. Different spot right now that we're in. And there you go, fish on. So we're over a dozen now, and that fish bit in about 6 inches of water, and it was moving fast. He didn't even get a good look at it. Another reason to fish riffles. You know, riffles mean bugs, and decent little one. Riffles mean bugs, and obviously we got the right flies today, but in this case he didn't get a good look at it, so he took it. We'll net this one, and that is the RS2 bottom fly. RS2 right in the side of the mouth. This guy's plenty feisty and ready to go if I can just get him. Let's give you one look at him here. Pretty one. See you, buddy. Oh my gosh. What in the hell? This guy needs to be put down. Oh my gosh, look at that fish. I thought I could net him. I might still be able to. Oh no, what is wrong with this fish? I don't even want to mess with it. I could have netted him. And I didn't want to do. He needs to be euthanized. He needs to be put down. Just white all over him. Yikes. That's so awesome. That was like 2 inches of water. And I mean, literally, this fish bit in like a 3-inch riffle. Let's go. Gorgeous, gorgeous rainbow. Pretty fish. Very pretty fish. See you, pal. Fish on number 15 or 16 for the morning. We'll take that. Come on, buddy. Come on, buddy. Right out of these riffles again. Good spot to move to as the day warms up. And how about we not net this one? Look at that RS2. If he comes off, that's fine. Come on, buddy. All right. Sometimes it's just easier to net them, honestly. All right. We'll be quick, though. RS2 right there in the mouth. And he's got good colors. Oh, whoops. I didn't get my fly. Sorry, buddy. All right. Pretty fish. See you, buddy. So here's a case where, you know, these fish are able to hide behind little rocks that I can't even see, you know, and get out of the current. And so I'm setting the hook on almost every single cast, you know, because my buddy and I were just talking about, you know, he asked me, can I tell the difference between, you know, the bottom and a fish? And I said, sometimes I can, sometimes I can't, but it doesn't matter because hook sets are free. You know, I'm going to set the hook on everything. You know, if that indicator goes under, I'm setting the hook on everything. So it doesn't matter because these fish are on the bottom. They're, you know, they're finding little spots of cover. That was a hook set. That was a hook set. Nobody was home, but that's okay. So these little fish are finding little pockets. That was another hook set. So they're finding little pockets to, you know, get out of the current and eat some bugs. And I want my split shot bouncing off the bottom, and these flies on the bottom right there with it. So I'm setting the hook on everything and just about setting the hook on every single cast. And we've, you know, been able to pull a few out of here because of that. And if I wasn't setting the hook on every rock and every fish, I wouldn't have already caught a few out of here. So it's working really well. Back in the truck. Does it get any more fun than that? I mean, 16 landed in 3 hours, off the water well before noon. So what was that? 16 to the net, always a few missed. Got 2 of the big ones that I was after, both on RS2. That was so much fun. Molefly, a brown molefly, paid the bills early. The leech did get 2 or 3 fish, and then the RS2 caught them all to wrap up the day, and that trailing fly was the key fly. I think I only landed 1 when I used the mole fly in the middle, so that trailing fly bouncing off the bottom was the key. And I had split shot. We were getting down deep, but always fun fishing with friends. And but that's well over a dozen, and 2 of the big ones that you're after. So heck of a day, so much fun. Don't know where I'm going to next, but I really hope you guys enjoyed this one. Oh, and the one fish with the white decay of the flesh and the skin and the scales, you know, these stalker trout have tough lives, and sometimes when they get dumped in the river, life doesn't get any easier. So that was wild. I could have netted that one, but I got it kind of halfway in the net and then kind of let it go. It obviously went off to die somewhere. If it was a horse, you would have shot it. I probably should have killed it and put it out of its misery, but I obviously don't want to show that on a video and get the feedback for that. But hopefully he went away and died peacefully somewhere, but that fish was sick. I just had to see if I could net it. That was odd. So I don't know what that's called. If you guys know, comment below, but that white that gets all over them. But today's fish that I caught were really healthy. We've talked about that a little bit, some of those white spots, but the 2 big ones I got today were healthy. The little ones were all healthy. The little ones always look beautiful. And who knows, maybe some of those are naturally reproducing fish at this point that look really, really good. So, but a heck of a day on the water. Hope you guys enjoyed this, and we will catch you on the next video. Thanks for watching.